Hello, everyone. Welcome. Here's another comment to a Reddit post, everyone. I'm going to speak from the heart as a widow in my 60s. This post is by a lady, and she is disabled. She's been in a romantic relationship with a man. Here's another one for 25 years, everyone. No judgment, okay? I'm sure that there's reasons why they've opted not to marry. But the woman is dismayed. The woman is disabled. The gentleman that she's been in this romantic relationship with had been working, but now has received an unfortunate terminal diagnosis, and the doctors are saying the gentleman isn't going to be in the land of the living except for maybe a couple months. Okay, for some reason this lady is wanting to marry this man, and I'm laughing. It's like, after 25 years of a romantic relationship. The man isn't working, okay? The man is going to work, but not that often. So the woman is asking if they marry this man, are they going to be losing any income, any of their health insurance? How is it going to impact the income? And with me, I like to deal with what I do know, what I would suggest to her. She knows what she has right now. So a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Since this lady has been in a romantic relationship with this gentleman for 25 years, I'm going to assume that the 16-year-old disabled child is theirs together in common. It looked like there was a lot of interesting answers on Reddit. There is this YouTube channel called Wealth Track, and they have some video content regarding Social Security, disability, and Medicare. I would strongly suggest that the lady look at that, okay? I wouldn't do anything until I was sure. So unless you're going to go speak to someone that has some expertise in this area, I wouldn't be going by what's on Reddit unless they can provide some links and some documentation in terms of rules, in terms of what Social Security Administration says. All right? So I don't know what this man has. He doesn't have a job, so that means he probably doesn't have any benefits. So I don't know if you're trying to do this so the gentleman will have benefits. I don't know why, but honestly, what I would be doing is thinking about myself first. And what I have as a disabled person. And I would also look at, you said that your daughter doesn't have any income right now, but that could change in the future, okay? You could end up, when the child is an adult, if they're still disabled, being a guarantor, and the child might get some benefits on your record. What I would be focusing on more is not so much on this, speaking to this lady. I would not really be focused on this gentleman. And I'm sure that this may sound pretty cold-blooded, but what I would be thinking about right now is, what is the plan for your disabled child? Do they have some kind of legal plan in place regarding guardianship? Do they have a plan regarding guardianship? Do you have something in place if you were not to be available to care for your child? Because I don't know if yours is what kind of disability you have, because that is a minor child, okay? And the other thing I would be thinking about is, do you have a will? Do you have a will in place? The other thing you need to do is have the durable power of attorney in regards to the health for yourself and your child. The other thing you need to do is the will, because the will is super important right now, because you have a minor child, and that is the main thing that can determine who's gonna help with your child's care. I understand you're on disability, but in this circumstance, I would suggest you consider speaking to a family attorney. I hope that you have a family attorney. It would be worth it to you. The other thing is, I would have a conversation with an attorney in terms of the possibility of a trust. If you have any assets. You didn't mention if you had a house or anything. I don't know if you have a house, or maybe you're living in a family home. You didn't say that, but I would suggest that trust, if you have property or anything of value, that it should go into the trust. So if any property should go into the trust, okay? So will, trust, durable power of attorney regarding your health and potentially your minor child's health because they are disabled, that will and that trust, okay? And then I would go ahead and set up some kind of trust account. You can go to a credit union. It doesn't have to be that much money in there, but set something up, okay? I would be thinking about burial and funeral arrangements. I understand that this is kind of morbid, but do you have any kind of term life insurance or anything? Even before I would be thinking about marrying this man, I would be thinking about all that stuff. I would be looking at my income. I would focus on your health. Focus on things that would improve your quality of life and indirectly the quality of life of your disabled child. Ow! We're black. Ooh, no. Woo, girl. You good? All right. So you've got to get in the bag, okay? You look so cute, girl. Wow.